A young girl, paralyzed and unable to speak, sat quietly in a crowded room, her eyes filled with a mixture of fear and hope. Though she could not utter a single word, she desperately tried to communicate through sign language, moving her hands with trembling urgency. Around her, people were busy with their own lives, unaware of the silent cry for help that was unfolding right in front of them. The message she signed was simple yet heart-wrenching. "Please help me." It took a moment for anyone to notice, but when a single dad finally did, the room's atmosphere shifted completely. He approached her calmly but with determination, his eyes fixed on hers, showing that he understood her plea without a single spoken word exchanged. In that instant, the barriers of communication and disability were broken by empathy, and the power of human connection became clear. The single dad's response was immediate and instinctive. He didn't hesitate or question the situation. He acted. Whether it was calling for medical assistance, comforting her, or simply standing by her side, his actions spoke louder than any words ever could. Around them, onlookers watched in stunned silence, witnessing a moment of courage and compassion that transcended ordinary human interaction. In the midst of fear and uncertainty, the girl found someone who recognized her pain and responded with humanity. What followed was not just a rescue, it was a profound lesson for everyone present, that understanding, kindness, and decisive action can transform moments of helplessness into stories of hope. Tears welled in many eyes as the impact of this silent plea and the single dad's unwavering support became impossible to ignore. As soon as the single dad noticed the young girl's silent plea, he felt an urgent need to act. Her hands moved frantically, signing words that only someone paying close attention could understand. Most people around her were unaware of the gravity of the situation, lost in their own conversations and routines. But the single dad's instincts kicked in immediately. He recognized that this was not just a simple gesture, it was a desperate cry for help. Without hesitation, he moved toward her, his expression calm yet determined, showing a quiet strength that immediately reassured the girl. He crouched beside her, making eye contact, and allowed her to finish her signs without interruption, showing that he respected her voice even if it wasn't spoken. His presence alone communicated understanding, patience, and care. Then he took action. Perhaps he called for medical help, alerted the proper authorities, or physically helped the girl into a safer position. Whatever he did, it was decisive and courageous. It wasn't a moment for hesitation or doubt. He acted as a protector, a guardian, and a human who refused to turn away when someone was in need. Every movement he made spoke of empathy and bravery, proving that true courage often manifests not in grand gestures but in immediate, selfless action when it matters most. Witnesses watched as the single dad took charge, and it became clear that his heroism was not about recognition or praise. It was about doing what was right. In that room, his actions turned fear and helplessness into hope and reassurance, leaving a lasting impression on everyone present. His courage reminded all who saw it that sometimes it takes just one person willing to step forward to change the course of another's life, and in doing so, inspire a room full of strangers to believe in the power of humanity. The single dad's actions didn't just help the paralyzed deaf girl, they moved everyone who witnessed them. As he gently guided her to safety, communicated with patience, and ensured she received the care she desperately needed, the room fell into a stunned silence. People who had been distracted or indifferent moments before were now fully aware of the gravity of the situation, and more importantly, of the extraordinary humanity unfolding before them. His selflessness created a ripple effect. Some reached out to assist, inspired by his example. Others watched in awe, their hearts touched by the quiet heroism of a man who acted not for recognition, but simply because it was the right thing to do. The emotional weight of the moment was undeniable. Tears welled in eyes. Choked voices struggled to find words, and even strangers felt an unexpected connection to the vulnerability and courage on display. In that instant, the single dad's courage became more than an act of aid. It became a lesson in empathy, compassion, and moral strength. It reminded everyone present that true heroism isn't always loud or celebrated. Often it is the quiet, selfless act that leaves the deepest impact. The girl's relieved and grateful expression reflected the difference one person can make, and the emotional resonance lingered in the hearts of those who saw it. By simply choosing to act with care and bravery, he transformed a moment of fear into a moment of profound humanity. His selfless response left an unforgettable imprint, showing that when someone steps forward with courage and empathy, the effect extends far beyond the immediate situation. It touches every witness, inspiring them to recognize the power of kindness and the importance of standing up for those who cannot stand up for themselves.